A Shalom Akyam, Wa Malakyam, Wa Akwath of the nation of Israel, the nation of Yashar Allah, which Yashar Allah in the Hebrew means he, Prince of Power. Okay, the nation of Israel starts with the man, okay, which primarily is the prophets with the apostles and elders on down, okay, to the younger brothers. Okay, and Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who are scattered amongst the heathen in these last days. The name of this lesson, okay, is from the book, from the Apocrypha, okay, the hidden writings, the hidden ancient writings of our forefathers, okay, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 16. And as you see in the title, it says what? Commit yourself unto her. Okay, men of Israel must commit, okay, themselves unto her, and that her that's speaking about this truth, this wisdom. Okay, wisdom is like unto a woman. She's like unto your wife, she's like unto your sister, she's like unto your mother. But primarily, wisdom is like unto your woman, your wife. Because when you commit yourself to wisdom, which that word commit means, okay, to connect. Okay, you have a so-called chemistry, okay, with the truth, then Yahweh Shemel Shai will establish your thoughts. Okay, He will give you a more better thoughts. Okay, better guidance. Okay, better actions. So Sirach 4 and 17 and 16. If a man commit himself unto her, okay, so that's the title of this lesson, Sirach 4 and 16. Commit yourself unto her. So we give all praises, first and foremost, to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahak, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, the man that taught me the 100% truth according to the Holy Scriptures. And again, Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who are scattered amongst the heathen in these last days. Okay, so the name of this lesson, okay, is in the wisdom of Sirach. Okay, Sirach 4 right here, 4 and 16. And I'll start at 11 to get the proper context. It says Sirach 4 and 11. Wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of them that seek her. Verse 12. He, right, that he that's speaking about a man, okay, because you have I believe they call them pronouns in this world. You have the he and the she. Okay, there's only two genders, the he and the she. Okay, male and female. Matter of fact, to prove that there's only two genders, okay, according to the scriptures, okay, because you have the so-called proclaimed white man, okay, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He speaks about that there is more than two genders. There's 10, 20. Okay, when you go into these various articles and various research, Esau Edom has, okay, proclaimed that there's more than dozens of genders. You got transgender, okay, you got genders that like children. Okay, I think that's known as pedophilia. Okay, these are just various examples, man. So Genesis 1, okay, to prove that there is only, okay, two genders, which is male and female, the he and the she. This is Genesis 1, and give me a second. Genesis 1, and I'll start at 26. And the powers, right, the Alahayim, said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the powers created man in his own image. In the image of the powers created he him. There you go. He, I believe that's a pronoun. Male and female. You see that? Male and female created he them. See, it don't say transgender or LGBTQ. okay, lesbian, queer, okay, so on and so forth. No, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said in Genesis 1 and 27. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua with powers, okay, the powers, which the powers they were pretty much like a like the construction workers, okay, doing the will of Yahweh, okay, through that blueprint. Genesis 1 and 27. So the powers that Allahayim created or generated man in his own image. In the image of the powers created he him, male and female created he them. All right, so that's the breakdown going back to Sirach 4 and 12. He that loveth her loveth life. See that he that loveth her loveth life. So the he that's speaking about the men of Israel that loveth wisdom. Okay, spiritually speaking, because you can also love, your woman. All throughout the scriptures, it speaks about loving your woman. Okay, Apostle Paul spoke about loving thy wife. Okay, but that's in a physical sense. And how do you love your wife? And you keep the commandments. Same thing applies to this spiritual wife. If you love wisdom, okay, keep the commandments. So say Sirach 4 and 12. He that loveth her loveth life. Yeah, because wisdom is what gives you life. So the he, okay, that's speaking about the man of Israel. Let's get a scripture. This is Acts 2 and 22. Okay, this is Acts, right? Precept upon precept, line upon line. This is Acts 2 and 22. It says, Ye men of Israel. You see that? Ye men of Israel, hear these words. Okay, that's a precept, line upon line. Now, when you keep reading, it says, Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of Yahweh among you by miracles and wonders and signs which Yahweh did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know. Okay, so the whole point of why I brought out Acts 2 and 22, when you go back to the title of this lesson, Sirach 4 and 16, if a man commit himself unto her, right? That man that's speaking about the men of Israel, Acts 2 and 22. Ye men of Israel, hear these words, right? The words of eternal life, right? So going back to Sirach 4 and 12, he, right? He that's speaking about you brothers out there. So you brothers that hold her fast shall inherit glory. I'll start back in 12. He that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy. Yeah, seeking wisdom, okay, spiritual woman, which I believe wisdom in the Hebrew is Hakma. Okay, seeking her early, okay, that's what's gonna help you grow, help you develop yourself before the times of Jacob's trouble. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory, and wheresoever she entereth, the Lord will bless. Verse 14. They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One, and them that love her, the Lord doth love. You see, so if you love wisdom, well, guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua also loves you, man. So you got to attend unto the understanding of what wisdom is trying to teach you according to your law. Verse 15. Whoso giveth ear unto her, right? Whoever, a man of the Lord who listens to the wisdom, to your spiritual woman, shall judge the nations, and he that attendeth unto her shall dwell securely. There's a point right here. This is Sirach 4 and 16. If a man commit herself unto her, you see that? If an Israelite man himself unto her, now that word commit, it says to devote, to apply, to dedicate, to unite. Okay, you see that? So you gotta unite yourself. Okay, you gotta be in an alliance. Just like uh, brothers, if you have a rib, you might have a wife, you're in a so-called covenant with her. Okay, you're in alliance with her. She's like unto your partner. Okay, she supports you. She shows you various secrets of herself. Okay, she guides you. She comforts you. Okay, same thing with this truth. Okay, so going back real quick to Proverbs, let me get Proverbs 16:3. Okay, this is the book of Proverbs 16:3. So again, the whole point of this lesson is exhortation for brothers to commit. Okay, be committed to wisdom. Okay, because wisdom is what's gonna help you. Okay, feel secure in your spirit when you make various decisions according to the scriptures. So this is Proverbs 16:3. But before I get that, let me read Sirach 4:16 once again. If a man commit himself unto her, right? If a man commit himself unto her, this is the Proverbs of King Solomon 16:3. Commit thy works unto Yahweh Shemel Shai, and thy thoughts shall be established. You see that? So when you're committed to this truth, which is wisdom, the Lord will start blessing you, man. He will bless you with more wisdom, more understanding. He will reveal more prophecies. Okay, and that's how you grow. So again, that word commit, it says to devote, to apply. You see, the scriptures speak about, okay, be ye doers of the word. Matter of fact, okay, like in the world, you might have a wife. Okay, you might have a wife or you might have a girlfriend. What happens if you stop showing her or giving her attention? Okay, what happens if you stop, okay, pretty much have sexual intercourse? You stop communicating with her. Okay, these are small things that you leave out. Okay, to give so-called or even to seduce. Okay, on the right hand side of your woman, she's gonna slowly start, okay, leaving you, man. Ultimately, she's gonna leave you and go with another man, all because you weren't applying, okay, action. Okay, you didn't have the courage or the confidence, okay, to stick onto her. Okay, just going into the basics of a so-called relationship. So real quick, I want to get uh, Wisdom of Solomon 8:2. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 and verse 2. So just like brothers, just like you treat your woman, with so-called care, with love, showing her balance. Sometimes you got to be a sheep and you got to be a lion when dealing with woman. Okay, same thing with this truth, man. And this truth, okay, you got to know when to be a sheep and when to be a lion. Okay, and that's what wisdom teaches you. Okay, Ecclesiastes, the third chapter, it tells you there is a time and season for everything under the heaven. Some things are not expedient. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 1. Wisdom, which is this truth, which is like unto a woman, reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly doth she order all things. I loved her and sought her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty, man. See that? So you gotta love wisdom. Matter of fact, you gotta love wisdom more than you love your actual woman. Okay, you gotta give more time, more commitment to spiritual wisdom more than you give to your physical woman. Okay, and that's what Yahweh Shemal Shai delights in. So let me get real quick another precept. This is the Songs of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 15. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair, thou hast dove's eyes, right? A dove, actual bird, but a dove is symbolic to peace, man. So if you want a peace of mind in captivity, while all hell breaking loose, well, guess what? The Lord said in Songs of Solomon 1:15, behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved. Yeah, pleasant also. Our bed is green, right? Green is a color, okay, of life, okay, of spring, of growing. The beams of our house are cedar, and our rafters of fir. Okay, this is speaking about wisdom, man. So, a wisdom is very lovely. Okay, she's gonna, give you your heart's desire if you commit yourself unto her. So, going back to Sirach 1:16, if a man commit himself unto her, right? You got to unite yourself. You got to be in alliance with wisdom. He shall inherit her, right? Meaning she's going to, okay, she's going to be with you, and you will be with her. And his generations shall hold her in possession. Verse 17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him. Yeah, wisdom's gonna try, brothers, man. Okay, she's gonna try you if you're worthy, okay, to be with her. It says, and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws, right? Because ultimately the laws are also synonymous to this truth, this wisdom. It tells you that in the book of Deuteronomy, the sixth chapter or the fourth chapter, should be Deuteronomy 4 or Deuteronomy 6. Let me see. Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy 4. It says, Deuteronomy 4 and 6. I'll start at 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh Shema Shah, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it, which is the land of Canaan, which is the Holy Land. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom, right? For this is your wife, and your understanding in the sights of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. See that? So if you commit yourself to this truth, this spiritual woman, Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay, he's gonna grant you your heart's desire, okay, but also he's gonna give you that glory, okay, the glory of truth, okay, the crown of wisdom. So going back to Sirach 4 and 18, then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets. You see that? So, hey, man, if you commit yourself unto this truth, that this spiritual wife, this spiritual wisdom, then you will receive what? The secrets. Okay, the secrets of Yahweh Shema Shai. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. This the book of Proverbs. Okay, this is Proverbs. Get a precept real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 2, okay, and verse 1. My son, right, sons of Israel, if thou will receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, right, to your woman, your spiritual woman, and apply thine heart to understanding. And that word apply, that's where you get the word commit. You see, so if you commit yourself to understanding, if thou criest after knowledge and lifteth liftest up thy voice for understanding. If thou seekest her as silver, and searcheth for her as for hid treasures. Yeah, because you have men in the world who actually travel throughout the world, to seek precious metals, precious stones and minerals. Okay, but that applies to this truth. Okay, just like you have worldly people that seek for vain things. Okay, well, guess what? Uh, in this truth, you got to seek for something that's eternal and not vain, which is this truth, this wisdom. If thou seekest her wisdom as silver, and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh and find the knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai, meaning the Heavenly Father is going to give you power, man. It says, for the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. See that? He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. There you go, man. So Yahweh Shemel Shai is only dealing with man, okay, and through Yahweh Shemel Shai dealing with man, okay, he's gonna grant them, okay, wisdom. He's gonna give them. There's a spiritual woman going back to Sirach 4:16. If a man commit himself unto her, so there's a whole point of this lesson. You got to commit yourself, okay, to wisdom, okay, and what's the positive, okay, consequences of dwelling with wisdom? It says he shall inherit her, and his generations shall hold her in possession. This is verse 24. For by speech wisdom shall be known, and learning by the word of the tongue. So a this spiritual woman is going to actually teach you the right ways. Because in this world, man, if you learn from a physical woman, all she's gonna teach you is destruction, man. She's gonna lead you in the paths of Esau, Edom. These are worldly women. Okay, this worldly wisdom. Okay, they teach you how to celebrate Christmas. The high holy days on the left hand side. Halloween, New Year's. Okay, the wisdom of these worldly women, okay, leads to your destruction. But the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, that spiritual woman, it leads you unto life, man. And with that, I pray this brief lesson was edifying from the book of Sirach, the wisdom of Sirach, chapter 4, and verse, what was it, 16? Let me read it one more time. Sirach 4 and 16. If a man, right, if an Israelite man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generations shall hold her in possession. Okay, and that goes back, I believe that's in the book of Sirach 26. If a brother can post it on the comment board, it says, he that getteth a wife inherit a possession. Roughly paraphrasing, man. And with that, I want to say shalom.